Hi, my name is SHIKO KARIUKI. I am one of the members of the Nzuri Show, the talk show bit, and with me are two other ladies. So the reason why I'm so passionate about being a part of this project and being part of Nzuri team, it's because I feel like for such a long time, living in Australia for 10 years, I did not see people who looked like me on the TV. I wasn't represented. And because of that, there's always this gap. And when Emmanuel came up to me and mentioned about Nzuri, and being a Kenyan, obviously, the Nzuri, it means something beautiful. And he shared his vision behind it about telling our stories in the most authentic way. I jumped on board because I knew this is an opportunity for me to showcase the beauty that is Africa. The only stories that I saw on the media were about Africa needing people to talk on its behalf, Africa needing charity. They didn't show the different sides of Africa. And me embracing the Kenyan in me, I just felt like we have so much more to share with the people. We have our stories, we have how we grew up, we have the values that we carry as the African people, the culture that makes us who we are, that way of togetherness and how we build together. And so me being a vessel to bring this story and showcase it on the Australian media is such a privilege, because this is an opportunity for us to show you the authenticity of us as African people. Not just the one side that the media has sold for so long, but to bring another side that will show you what we are all about as African people. And more than ever, it's the time for us to come together and to support these new narratives that are coming on your screen, because it's an opportunity for us to show you who we really are, and hopefully that you can come on board, support us, and together we will make something greater, and by showing you Africa in Australia. So we hope that you can come on board and enjoy the ride with us. Thank you.
Hi, my name is IRIZA, and I'm honored to be part of the Nzuri TV crew, and also I'm part of the talk show with amazing women that I look up to and I really respect highly. And I guess for me, the way I came on this team is because from a very young age, my parents have always told me to just try out anything, and whatever happens, happens. It's always a learning experience. So when Emmanuel actually came up to me, I think maybe like a while ago, at the beginning of 2020, I guess, he came to me and he was like, hey, you do a lot in the community, and why not come on the show and see what happens and see where it goes. And I was like, you know what? Yes, this is a new opportunity. This is something great, something I'm willing to try out. Usually cameras are not my thing. So it's kind of nerve-wracking, but also it's something fun because I'm here with amazing people who really care about our voices as African people, especially living in Australia, but also they have a bigger vision by looking at the whole entire diaspora and also the continent of Africa as well, where we all come from. And our stories really go back home all the time. So it's really incredible to just be part of a team that really has the same vision of sharing, just simply coming on set, sharing our stories, just being ourselves. You're not really forced to just say whatever a script is telling you. You're forced to just share your opinions, your experiences. And I feel like for so long we haven't had that in the Australian industry or scene in general, or even just in the whole region in terms of Australia and Asia. I haven't really seen that. And it's about time that our voices and our experiences are out there. Not being represented, especially while you live in Australia as a black person, to me is very frustrating, because I've always, since high school, I came here 10 years ago and I've never really seen any representation, whether it's on the media, whether it's even to our teachers as well. I didn't really have any black teachers at my school. So that really would teach me as a young black woman living in this country that I'll only get so far. There's certain limits to my story, there's certain limits to my success, and that's really frustrating. So then as I grew up into my late teens and now my early 20s, I saw that we have to just do it ourselves. You can't really just wait for other people to sort of provide you this space and platform and voice. No one can provide you a voice. You have to sort of just voice up your opinion and really push yourself forward. And that's really what I really loved about Nzuri, the team of Nzuri, is because they just said, you know what, we're going to create our own space and create our own platforms and share our own stories, because no one else can do it for us and no one else can tell our stories for us as well. And that really resonated with me, because that's what I do in every single day. I spend sleepless nights trying to find a way to connect Africans here in Perth, back home in Rwanda, all across the continent. I really, whether it's through travel, whether it's through discussions, I really feel like as Africans we can come together and create the spaces that we need, and we no longer have to wait for people to do things for us, because that wait will just be forever. And yeah.
Hi, my name's SHANICE MWATI. I'm a Kenyan. I migrated when I was very young. Growing up in Australia, obviously there wasn't much representation of people who looked like me, and I've always gravitated towards the art. I've always wanted to be a storyteller, and that so happens to be in film. I'm part of the Nzuri crew now, and I've really enjoyed being in this space. It's really given me a chance to work with like-minded people who believe in increasing representation in the film industry and the television industry in Australia. I'm really passionate about this because I believe you can't be what you can't see, and I really want to give young Australians just a voice and a space for people that look like them, because we're all different shades, we're all different colours. Growing up here, and I want people who are young and who grew up here like me to see themselves and see just a depiction of success that looks like them on the screen. I'm also, I was a film student, and I'm also very passionate about the representation behind the camera and in studios, and just having that diversified a little bit more than it is. I think that's very important for the future industry and how stories are told, because we need to have our stories told, we need to have our voices heard, and I think that starts from behind the camera and going out from there.
My name is RHODA Adewale Osiwa. I'm a Nigerian, and I'm a student at the University of Notre Dame, Australia. This platform for me is, I think, one of the only platforms that I've typically seen in Australia since moving here 8 years ago. As a young African lady, it was very sad coming from Nigeria, where, you know, you have a lot of representation and people who you can look up to, especially in the arts and the media. But coming to the country and you can see other Black people as you, but there is no representation. And I did media for a while in high school, and I would have loved to go into the arts, but there was never a place where I thought that I could move forward in that space. And, you know, it kind of pushed the dream aside. And, you know, you have to, growing up in Africa, it's sort of like media's not really what she would want to do. So you have to like go into like other professions, which I really love science. I really do, you know. But would I consider it my main top passion? Not really. So I think this could really be a platform for especially all the other young African kids that I see so many, and you know, there's no representation for them. You know, I go into my high school and I can see all the African kids and they're so lost, honestly, really, really lost. And I reckon like there's no representation. Who are they looking up to here in Australia? There's no one that they're seeing that looks like them that they can look up to. And it breaks my heart because it's not their fault, you know. I wish there could have been a better representation, and I'm so glad that there is a space like this that we can actually create and have a representation for other young people, a lot of young high school students, university students, and actually show them that you don't have to limit yourself to what people expect you to be. Be the best version of yourself, and the only way you can do that is doing exactly what you want to do. The only way you can do that is believing in yourself when no one else believes in you. And the only way you can do that is to make your own platform, to have your own voice. No one is ever gonna give you the chance to have your voice here. You're gonna have to find that voice for yourself. You're gonna have to do those things for yourself. And you're gonna have to be strong for yourself, because that is the only way you're gonna make it out here. Here is like a cutthroat wilderness, and you're gonna have to find a way to live and be strong in it and create your own representation of what you want to see. You are the vision that you want to see. No one else is gonna make that vision for you. So for all those young children who are lost and who can't see the end from the beginning, there is an end. You just have to believe in yourself. And this is gonna be the space where you can make that happen. And you're gonna tell your story, and you're gonna be so amazed at all you can achieve just by looking at you. Thank you.
When I got the invitation from Emmanuel about Nzuri TV, I knew that there is something intentional and meaningful about it, and that is to go with impact and breaking barriers, because as people of minority groups coming into a country like Australia, there are a lot of challenges that people don't understand that we face. And my message is for people to be understanding and to know what we are really going through. We have abilities, we have talents, but we need platforms. It's not that we are begging for them, but we are asking because we have the same rights. Some of us have been here for very long and we are talented, and we want the Australian community to understand that we are here not just to stay, but to even impact in society through different platforms. For example, the industry that I'm in, fashion and design, is something that I don't just only see for African to benefit from it, but even the Australian wider community. As Australia is a multicultural country, I really believe that the African community here, they are here to bring in investment, not just to take, but to give and to contribute at large. And I would like to say that this platform, Nzuri TV, is a voice. I feel that it is a voice that is proclaiming that and also raising awareness, because we are here to inform people about who we are and why we are here, and to give the right message, as the media controls a lot of the things that majority of Australians hear. And we as Africans, we are the only people who know ourselves, and we're here to present our stories. And what I would like to say is we are people who have ambitions in a positive way. We want to contribute, but we need platforms. So I would like to speak to every Australian out there who would watch this to understand that our coming here is to make this society a better place, and also to look at our stories from us telling them, because the media can say things that may not be true. And this is what I just want to address, and I'm really grateful for this platform, Nzuri TV, for being a voice and speaking for the marginalized, and to give them a meaningful story that everyone else can see and see this perspective and consider it. Thank you.
When I first moved to Australia and said I wanted to study, I was told to go do nursing. It was as if I don't have a choice, like you have to do it. I look around me and all I could see was the reality of the Africans here, all into nursing, aged care, cleaners and all that. And when I stare at myself, I'm not a nurse. I'm not a cleaner. I could not possibly see myself being a cleaner. And yet, the society wants to force me into cleaning. What did I do? I took it. I went on board with it. I started journeying into a 3-year degree of nursing. Where did that end me? Halfway through nursing, I had a situation. A day came where they were going to take us to go see our dead people, something you would call mortuary. I looked at my lecturer in the face. I said, me, dead people. I quit. That was the day that I knew I was not a nurse. This society forces us into doing what we are not, just because we want to make money, just because it's where they feel we belong. I followed the journey of film. Risky, yeah. But I followed it through. And I graduated. And coming out, boom, the biggest reality. No job for me. No space. And there came this Nzuri. When he called me Emmanuel, he sat me down, and as he was speaking to me about this platform, all I could see was me. I could literally see me, like my image. A lot of people here can do a lot of stuff. A lot of people on earth can do so many things, but for someone like me, I only know one thing, and that's camera. That's all I know. All I know how to do. If it is no story, you're not talking. If you're not holding camera, don't come close to me. But then where is the space? Then what becomes of people like me? And I know that there are so many people like me out there. And I look at those young people and I feel for them. We have talent. We have so many of them who want to become other things other than nursing, other than cleaner. But with this space, with what is going on Australian screen, it's not encouraging. And then our young people end up choosing the wrong course or the wrong pathway for themselves. This is something Nzuri platform is here to break. And I'm a big supporter of this. We are breaking that barrier. We are saying no more. We have waited for you, for the Australians to tell our stories. And since they're not doing that, we are taking ownership. We are telling our stories. It is our voice. It is our stories. And it is our narratives. We're owning this. Nzuri means the world to me. For me, there is no better time to put Africans, Black Australians on screen, especially with the Black Lives Matter going on around the world. This is the best time to mount the Black on screen. And I'm glad we're doing it, and we're not stopping. I hope you support us, because that's all we ask. And it's not too much to ask.
Hi, good day. My name is Emmanuel. I'm the producer. It's hard being in front of the camera. Jeez, God help me. You know, Nzuri TV, for me, is my child. It's something that's born out of passion, not just because of the money, because realistically there's no money in it, well, at least for now. But it's something I so much believe in, I was willing to give up my career for. I did engineering, and by all means I should be working in the mines, and I know how much I was going to earn. But I gave up all those to do this. But I couldn't do this alone, so I had to look for people, like-minded people like myself. Those that believed in what I believed in. Those that, could see the future. Those that could see, tomorrow from today. And grateful I was able to gather these amazing people you've seen, sharing their stories here. And I couldn't have done this without them. I mean, I've always been behind the cameras. And that's why I believe I can function effectively. But with this amazing people right in front of the cameras, we were able to achieve what we've achieved today. I came to Australia about 6 years ago now, and it's been a journey, an interesting one. One very thing I noticed was I came in as a student, and each time I went to school, I had a chat with my mates. All they could, talk about was things they saw on TV. Oh, do you have cars? Do you live in mud houses? And some annoying questions you would imagine like these people should know, but they didn't know that. For me, I just felt it was information gap. So these people were being fed with the wrong information, and it became for me a challenge. So how do I correct this norm? How do I get people to understand that we don't live on trees, we live in good houses? I used to work as a banker back home, so I earned good money. And so the journey started. You turn on the TV, I watched TV a lot, but then I turned on the TV, there was nothing I could relate to, there was nothing I could understand. It was all, beautiful content, but really they were not for me. So I thought, okay, how do I get something on this platform? And that was how Nzuri was birthed. It all started as a passion, but it's now become my reality, what I do on a daily basis. We're asking for your support. We need you to support this project. It is your project. If we don't do it, if you don't do it, nobody's gonna do it. It has to start from someone, it has to start from somewhere. And we are taking it upon ourselves to be the starters. A platform for creatives, a platform for journalists, a platform for anyone that looks like me that would like to build a career in this space. Because there is no such platform at the moment. I'd like to thank our sponsors so far. Move Homes, they've been an amazing sponsor. They provided us with everything we need as far as set is concerned. We didn't have to worry about space because we knew they got our back. And also our various vendors, our stylists, our makeup artists, the girls, technical team, and those behind the camera. I mean, I could go on and on and mention names, but time won't permit me. I'd like to say thank you to all of you. I'm really grateful. We are really grateful. Thank you for being part of this. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for taking a chance on us. Thank you for trusting us with whatever it is you've trusted us with. We are very, very grateful. And we promise we would never let you down. Have a lovely day.